Good luck. Now the semi-finals are underway. The first bout in the welterweight division. A Czech guy against a Slovakian. It's an interesting pairing. We have very famous coaches, Vasily Larionov in the blue corner and Tamás Kovács in the red corner, who is a European champion. It will be not so easy to differentiate because they have basically exactly the same colors on their shorts as well, hairstyle also, but maybe the gloves, because the Czech fighter has black and white and the Slovak guy is black and red. Maybe they even know each other and that's why they are just, you know, tapping in. It's no question. It's very, very interesting though that both of them have a southpaw stance and southpaw style. This is fencing boxing actually. We have seen Juraj Bóna doing that, who was building on the left-hander, and Petr Novák is going forward and going. But I think now he is also having this kind of style, you know, just trying to find the points where he can hit. And so this is how they fight in round one. Petr Novák knows exactly how Juraj Bóna does it, so that if he goes in, he will counter-attack and he will not serve his head or his body on that. That was a nice right-hander. So they really respect each other. That's very obvious. Well, this is how, you know, just even though the Slovak guy is 9 meters taller and obviously his hand is also longer, but he's got a red mark on his stomach, and that means a clean punch is already in there. It was a very nice body hit. And that's exactly the same point for a body as for the head. And this is a professional fight, 4 rounds of 3 minutes. And it's exactly the same point system, so 10 points system. What the judges use here? Well, we're almost done with round 1. And it's not many actions, just a few and just one punch, few punches, not any combinations we have seen so far. Yeah, on the body, what was valuable from Novák, the punches on the body, that's what we had, 2 nice and clean body hits. And I think Bóna was moving a bit better, but maybe not punching more. This is not the most exciting round 1. If it would be a 10-round match, then it would be acceptable. But this is only 4 rounds, and if you lose 2 rounds, it's very, very difficult to turn it around. It's not impossible. However, it's very, very different and very, very difficult. And probably this is a round for someone, because the supervisor always asks the judges to have 10 and 9, so no draw, no 10-10, because that's not easy to deal with. And if I was about to give it to someone, that I think the Czech fighter would have won it, because there was, I see a few red marks on Juraj Bóna's head. Maybe you should use some kind of paint, like paintball, paint boxing, and then you see who hit where. And now he puts it in the corner, and okay, now he is forced in the corner, Bóna, and he's clinching immediately. No holding. And I think I was told in the Czech corner, you need a bit more fight. and he's moving on, and it obviously turned up the heat and turned up a level. It was a very nice hit from the Czech fighter, the Czech boxer. Oh, that was almost there, almost sit there. Bóna is coming back slowly. Doesn't manage. It was a very nice block from the Czech boxer. It was good to see something like that. Bóna had a nice hit also. And now they're just moving around. Petr Novák had won against Tediaga Nagiev, and Juraj Bóna won against Lubos Sorm, the Czech fighter, and now he's got the opportunity to win against another Czech fighter. We'll see. At the semi-final, we do not have another Czech guy, because then he would have to fight against 3 Czech guys, actually. Well, I think it's 60 kilograms we have, well, in the Hungarians, but that's fine by us, I would say. That we have 3 possible guys coming into the final. That was a nice right-hander from Juraj Bóna. Now they're moving right and left, and he tries to make him commit an error, the Czech fighter, but he's not really willing. It's really hard to judge this, to give the points, because there are some hits and punches, but it's not that clear, so it's not very obvious who is better. Bóna was clinching on the other side of the judge, of the referee, and that was obviously an experienced fighter he is, even though he's only 19. Petr Novák is 25, and that means obviously more experience, and he'd had much more matches, much more fights. And the Czech guy has 180 in the amateurs, and his Slovak opponent only a quarter of that. But they are at the very beginning of a professional career, though. It's the end of round 2. That was a bit more active. We had a few more clean punches, but it looked like a draw to me, actually. So there was no really towards one of the corners. So no Novák or Bóna had an advantage, not even a psychological advantage, that his will comes through. And you can see it here as well. Even though Bóna was in the corner, he managed to hit land a few nice hits. Vasyl Lomachenko is Juraj Bóna's ideal, and if we can say someone is a genius in boxing, I think he definitely is one. And Petr Novák's inspiring person is his father, who is also a boxer, so he comes from a boxing family, actually. Here to Miskolcz here. Well, we are over half time, and now we start round 3, so the second part of the boat, and it's a very, very open fight. Juraj Bóna had a very nice left-hander. Petr Novák hit again, was also very nice. Well, now they are moving a bit more around. Bóna moves around quite well. Just turned away. It was nice on the body from the Czech fighter. And now it's not so accurate. Bóna is throwing some inaccurate punches. And now it was a tough left-hander from Petr Novák. However, now that was a heavy one, a few heavy ones, and I think Juraj Bóna feels that one too. I think it was stopped a little bit too early, because you don't have to stop it immediately. It was a good action, and did you see that? His hand slipping off the ropes. It was a very, very hard hit before that. And I think this is a very difficult situation. It's going to be a few 10 seconds, very difficult 10 seconds or 20 seconds, what he's got in front. But of course, the best defense is offense, so a counter-attack is always the best possibility. Was hitting thin air, unfortunately. And he only had 40 matches, only 4 losses. That means he is a very good fighter. However, he lacks experience. When he got a hit like that, he does not have the experience how to get through that. I think now he's clear, and he wasn't hit that hard, but still, you can feel it for a few seconds. I think it's a much more obvious round to Novák, to the benefit of Novák, the advantage of him. It was the middle of the round. I think it's much more clear. Well, his movements are not so clear anymore and not so nice. Bóna just fell apart a little bit. And now another warning for the Slovakian guy. And that was a slip-off, and that was another hard hit, I think, if I saw it correctly. And now they are hitting each other really toughly. Novák has really tough hits, and I think he feels, and Bóna has also the feeling that he has to be a bit more aggressive, because otherwise it slips away through his fingers this whole round. And now he tries to force Petr Novák, and sometimes with a bit of success. We saw a good fight. That was a very good round from Petr Novák. Hard hits, hard actions, and I would say it's a Czech advantage how we closed it, I would say. And next round you have to come up with something, and this was all a draw, I would say, for the 2 first rounds. And if one of the fighters got the second and the first round, even though you have the third, then it's still a draw. And you, however, as a viewer, as a spectator, you remember that it wasn't like that, because you saw round 3. But once the round is finished, the points are done. Now let's see round 4, the final round of the first match of the HellBoxing Kings semi-finals. In 3 minutes and a little more than that, we will have our first finalists for the 22nd of December. The stakes are really huge. They are getting nearer to realize their dreams. That was a very nice one, very nice left-hander from the Slovakian guy, from Bóna. But then Petr Novák is coming back and back again. It's inaccurate, Bóna. He punches thin air very often. Unfortunately, not that accurate. But just let's forget that we expect, of course, very clean fights. But there is obviously a spectacle also there, and if someone has not so accurate punches, but a lot of them, that can also be an advantage or a disadvantage accordingly. Whoever wins this fight will get into the ring on the 22nd of September. Ooh, that was maybe a headbutt. We cannot see that. God, ooh. That probably was, I just suppose that it was maybe a headbutt. Or maybe in slow motion we will see it was a headbutt, what the referee said. If it was a normal punch, then it would be a technical KO. If, however, is a headbutt, then we go for the points. Maybe we'll see here in slow motion what happened there. But that was a very tough. No, but we can't see any blood. But maybe, I'm not sure. It's round his nose, but I saw blood on his eyes, and now he started really tough. As 90 seconds to go. Heads up. Well, we'll see how much that will disturb Petr Novák. And I think now Juraj Bóna is going much more stronger. It's a give and take. I think it's above his eyes, and that is obviously very, very disappointing for him and also disturbing him. And now he smells blood. The Slovak guy, actually, he literally smells blood. And now that was a nice hit. A nice right-hander from Petr Novák. A bit of the elbow was also used there by Bóna. I'm sorry for Petr Novák, because in this round, unfortunately, that is defining his round. And it was, once again, a headbutt. Yeah, and that was on purpose. It was a very strange head movement, a headbutt into the wound. I hope it wasn't meant to be like that. Petr Novák, I think he's got more punches in, he lands more hits, but of course the referee just hides the scene a little bit more than 10 seconds, but this injury has to get through. And I think round 3 was obviously for him and maybe round 4 it was a bit more close thanks to the injury. At the beginning of the round, it was a headbutt. We go for the points, and we will see who advances to the finals and who will get to the finals on the 22nd of December. It was a hell of a fight at the end in round 4. So round 1 is a bit more, just tapping around. That was a hit. That was a hit. You can't see that the blood is flowing, but in this time, maybe that was not the moment. Maybe this was the moment. No, but it's already, everyone is bloody. No, we don't seem to find that exact moment. However, that punch went on exactly that point, and now another headbutt. It's obviously very, very important to find out and to see the referee, the commentators, the judges, what exactly happened. And since the referee is the only person who can make a decision, his words are definite. And if it was a hit, what he saw, then it would have been a TKO. If it was a headbutt, then it's a different kind of thing. It was towards the end, and it's not even trickling blood. 25 years old. When we were 25, we died in the evening, and in the morning we were there alive. And it just ripped your leg off, and it grew back in the morning.
A mérkőzés eredménye a pontozólapok alapján. Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have scored this bout. Magyarországról Sasvári Tamás 37-39, 37-39. Magyarországról Kovács Bence 38-38, 38-38. Olaszországból Matteo Montella 37-39, 37-39. Így a mérkőzés győztese többségi pontozással. Declaring a winner by majority decision, Petr Novák!
Bence Kovács gave it 38 all, and Sasvári Tamás and Matteo Montella gave only 1 round to the Slovak and 3 to the Czech competitor. So with a majority decision, Petr Novák makes it to the final. I thought the same. So 38 all, well, I would have given like 38.5 to 37.5, but Juraj Bóna can go home with a $10,000 check. What a consolation prize prior to Christmas. Not bad. Here it is. And obviously, it's a dream coming to nothing, at least for a while, but still a huge sum to third prize winner Juraj Bóna, and he does not know whether he should be